In Travel Watch, if you are starting to think about your summer vacation or just have the winter blues, speaking to me, you might like to maybe look into getting away to someplace a little bit warmer. We have some ideas for you.
So, Travel and Leisure magazine released their 2018 IT list today. It features the best new or renovated hotels around the world. The magazine looked at several criteria, including design, food, activities, and location. Travel director for Travel and Leisure magazine, Jacqui Gifford, has the very latest on that list and is here with us. What's up?
Good morning, guys.
Good
How are
you?
No, I just picked up the magazine strictly because I have the winter blues, and I just wanted to sort of fantasize because the pictures are always so amazing. And so I sort of imagine that I've already gone to many of these beautiful places. But so thank you.
This is one of our most exciting stories that we do every year. The editors look at hundreds of hotel openings around the world, and we whittle down the list. There's a lot of fierce office debate about who's going to make it. And like you said, things like design, good food, great service are a given, but we look to properties that have a little bit of buzz factor. They're bringing something new to a destination, and 56 made it this year.
But let me ask you this. Is it because the best places to go, the best hotels, etc., they're always going to be great. So do they fall off the list and you constantly have to keep looking for new ones, or is there the old standbys that you love and you go to every year?
Sure. So the list, we look at hotel openings and renovations from a calendar year, and so this year there were 56 winners, and then in previous years, again, it's all about the calendar opening, and they're either new, just open properties, or they're classics, like the Crillon Hotel in Paris, which had just been renovated. It was closed for 4 years, and then these we say these are the places you definitely want to go to this year. They're hotels in their own right, destinations.
All right, so let's go through some of the winners.
We start with Sleek City Stay because it's close.
I like how Anne-Marie, she's like,
I'll give you attitude.
Well, right here in New York City, I mean, New York has great hotel openings every year, and we looked at several, and we said the Whitby Hotel, which is in Midtown Manhattan, really stood out from the pack, and it's a great design story. If you've ever walked into the Whitby, it is just a riot of colors and pattern and texture. It is just breathing new life into Midtown, and this is from the Ferndale Hotel Group, which is based in London. So it's kind of like an English country house meets a New York City townhouse.
That's cool.
There are 86 individually decorated rooms. They have huge bathtubs, warehouse windows that let in a lot of light, tons of great art. You can go and have an English tea in their orangery and see these beautiful porcelain vases etched with New York City landmarks. And I should add, you don't even have to stay there to really go in and just enjoy the scene, drinks. They have a 130-seat screening room for films.
Wow.
And they do movie nights there. It just has a lot of buzz and energy to it. And it's just, again, super colorful.
How are the rooms? New York City hotels are notorious for having tiny rooms.
So this is why, this is again one of the reasons why I picked the Whitby. The rooms are quite spacious, and I like the fact that no two rooms are alike, right? So they all have a unique design scheme, and the bathrooms are totally luxurious. I mean, who doesn't love a good hotel bathtub?
Right, that is such a good point.
I try to make my bathroom in my apartment look like a hotel bathroom.
But I can't tell you how many times I've had to sort of go sideways to walk between the bed and the TV in a hotel room. So that was a great point.
That's a good one. All right, I am intrigued by this hotel in Baltimore. I love Baltimore as a city. Two of my favorite directors, Barry Levinson and John Waters, are from Baltimore. So, I mean... So
the Sagamore Pendry Hotel, this opened last year, and it's a really interesting story because it's a partnership between Kevin Plank, who's the founder of Under Armour, who's Baltimore's biggest champion, and Pendry Hotels, which is a new brand that's really geared for millennials. And it opened in the 103-year-old Recreation Pier in the heart of Fells Point, which is an emerging neighborhood. It's a really interesting story because it's just, again, it's become the social hub for that millennial crew in Baltimore. The rooms are quite sophisticated. Andrew Carmelini from NoHo Hospitality and Restaurant Group, he's opened a restaurant there. They have a great bar called the Cannon Room. They also have an outdoor pool.
Was that on the roof, the pool? We just showed a picture of it.
The pool is actually, no, the pool is outdoors.
Wow.
So, yeah, and you can see and look out onto the waterfront. They have water taxi service.
And is that sort of that pier area where the shops and the aquariums there and all that good stuff?
It's just a great base to be in Baltimore. And again, it's something new and quite hip for the destination.
All right. So speaking of cities that are sometimes overlooked, we didn't say that, but Baltimore is sometimes overlooked because it's between New York and DC. Detroit, the comeback kid.
The comeback kid. So Detroit's really, they've had a really interesting story to tell over the past couple of years. New restaurants, new businesses opening up, and now it's the boutique hotel boom. And the first of this bunch is the Detroit Foundation Hotel. It opened in the heart of downtown. It's set in the former Fire Department Station headquarters. They preserved a lot of original details like the terracotta brick entranceway, the red doors, but inside it's very chic and contemporary. And this hotel, we really loved it because they also are all about engaging the local community. So they have a studio downstairs called the Foundation Studio where they host podcasts. They bring people in to tell their Detroit story. So, you know, again, we really like hotels that have a sense of place, and they also, it's for the tourists, but also for the locals too.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep moving across the country, heading west to Big Sur, California.
Big Sur, just one of the most iconic destinations in Northern California. You drive Highway 1, it's absolutely breathtaking. And so the Ventana Big Sur has now been taken over by Alila Resorts, completely renovated. This is actually the hotel where Sean Parker, the tech entrepreneur, got married.
Nice.
What we really love about this property, again, it's really geared for couples. It's adults only. They've got 2 amazing outdoor pools, Japanese hot baths, and they added these glamping tents, which are set in the redwood forest.
That actually sounds
glamping.
cool.
Oh, you know I'm all about the glamping. I went glamping
cool.
last year.
It's like a big trend that we haven't seen go away. It's been going for a couple years, and people are really into staying in these tents. It's something new and it's different. Also, I might add, there were parts of Highway 1 that were closed because of landslides, and now the part that's connecting Big Sur with the heart of Monterey County is open just in time for this hotel to be reopened as a new property.
Love it. I love the glamping. It's the best of
all
all worlds.
You are a glamper.
You just show up. Yeah,
Queen
exactly.
glamper.
I am a queen glamper. All right, so we're getting on a plane across the pond. One of my bucket list locations, Lisbon, Portugal.
Yeah, so Portugal has really, again, become really popular. It's got a lot of value. Euro goes far there. And Lisbon is just booming. There's a new hotel that opened called Santa Clara 1728. It's set in a renovated 18th century townhouse. Very modern design inside. It's run by a young couple, and they actually live on the top floor. And what we really felt was interesting about this property, it's like almost like staying in somebody's home. There are 6 suites. They're all very modern. Downstairs, people gather for breakfast around this beautiful table. And this couple really acts as your host. And it's located right in the historic Alfama district. It's close to Lisbon's famous flea market. Portugal has a lot of value, increased air service. So this is the time to really go. I feel like I see it all the time on people's Instagram feeds. You know, beaches, city, culture, so much to do there.
All right, and now let's head over to the continent. As a former Africa correspondent, I love any time that we can sort of bolster the continent's image. Certainly, Rwanda needs no bolstering. It's one of the most fascinating, interesting countries on the continent. You found this incredible lodge there that everybody in the control room, producers, everybody's like, okay, that's the place I want to go to.
We at Travel Leisure, we're always talking about what properties are really game-changing for a destination, and this is it. Wilderness Basate Lodge in Rwanda is the country's first true luxury hotel. When you think about Rwanda's story and the fact that there was a civil war there 24 years ago to where we are now, where tourism is on the upswing, it's quite incredible. There are 6 villas with beautiful thatched roofs inside. It's quite luxurious. But what you're really there to do is to go trekking in Volcanoes National Park and see mountain gorillas in their native habitat in the wild. It's amazing. There are 12 habituated families of gorillas. You're allowed to go up and view them for about an hour. Everyone I've talked to has said that.
It's from another world.
Yeah, it's like Avatar.
Oh my gosh,
like Avatar. Yeah.
It's a good conservation story too, right? So the Wilderness brand is really into sustainability, community. So when you're going and seeing the mountain gorillas, that's one part of the experience. It's also about engaging with the local community and really understanding Rwanda's story as a destination as well.
So we should just point out that is the one place on this list that is sort of your bucket list because it's very expensive.
It's very expensive. All your meals, all your activities, everything is included. And again,
thanks for trying to sell it.
No, you gotta keep it in mind.
It's still $1,100
yeah,
a night.
exactly.
So that brings me to the question. Are there deals to be had for some of these, these beautiful, luxurious hotels? Because are there good times to book?
Sure,
and,
absolutely. We always say, look, I think shoulder season is a really great shoulder season. So whatever you're looking at with a destination, there's usually a high season, a slow season, and then there's a shoulder season, which is the midpoints.
Okay.
And those times can offer some incredible value. I always like to say too, if a lot of people like to hold on to their points and miles, and I don't see why why they do that. And the reality is they don't accrue in value. If you're looking to take a vacation, use your points and miles to get you there, and then maybe spend a little bit more on the hotel. There's lots of different ways, and you know, I do this all the time as I'm travel planning and booking my trips, but there's lots of ways that you can save. And the other thing too, when you think about an all-inclusive property, there's also a lot of value built into the rate. So at first glance, although it might seem like it's more money, you're not spending any extra on gratuities or drinks or meals. So sometimes that can actually be a way to save, but it just doesn't seem like it at first glance.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going.
Yeah,
that's all there is to it. I'm going. No, I can't afford it, but I would like to go. It looks really amazing. Jacqui Gifford, always great to have you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.